shot really doesn't do it justice. And I don't, look at this, here we go, big intersection, hard on the brake. Sometimes when the LAPD or any of the law enforcement falls so far behind with this vehicle. Right now, though, he made a turn. I believe we're on Sierra Madre right now, and it looks like we're going to be heading southbound. So, again, don't know if this person knows where they're at exactly. All they do know is...
All right, let's go to Maria right now as Stu figures out where that car is driving to or follows that car. Maria, what can you tell us?
Yeah, absolutely. I can tell you that there's no rain to contend with outside. Temperatures are actually cooling down. The atmosphere is drying out, and we are looking at much more comfortable conditions.
Wilson, I guess. You got me on Wilson? There's no SkyMap. Scott Wright, Air 7 HD, over a pursuit of a Grand Theft Auto suspect. Unclear if that's a stolen vehicle or the suspect wanted for stealing a car somewhere else. But the suspect was armed. We understand he's already thrown a handgun out of the vehicle. Now, police have already recovered that on the 110 freeway. Right now, we're on Sierra Madre southbound, headed out of Pasadena for the most part. LAPD is the units right behind it. They started this pursuit in the downtown Los Angeles area, came up on the 110, got into Pasadena, and now we're southbound. Now, time to time, we've seen extremely high speeds. There are two LAPD helicopters overhead, making it difficult for us many times to get in tight because we have to have separation from both of them, one up high and one down low. Now, the suspect has slowed quite a bit on Sierra Madre. You see the patrol cars right behind him. If he's slow enough, they can do a pit maneuver. They can come along and try this, but they do believe this suspect could still be armed and dangerous. We know he had at least one handgun, and threw that handgun out of the window of the car on the 110 freeway. That since has been recovered. Now, this is the first time we've seen the vehicle slow like this, so this could be good news, especially good news for this neighborhood. It was extremely dangerous, traveling at high rates of speed through some residential areas, but it appears now the suspect may be pulling over or into around this curb into this neighborhood. It's hard to say. As we come around the tree, the patrol cars have stopped, so more than likely the suspect has stopped. They're going to order him out of the vehicle. They're going to want him to put his hands up or maybe even throw the keys out of the vehicle and then get face down, more than likely on the asphalt as they clear it. Hold the helicopter right here. We're going to keep an eye on this. So far, we don't see the door opening. We do see several LAPD units behind. Their doors open, getting cover from their car doors with their guns drawn. This is a GTA suspect who did have a gun. That gun was recovered when the suspect threw the gun out of the window of the vehicle on the 110 freeway. They recovered that. Now, we believe it's only a driver inside the vehicle, but that's one thing they don't know for certain. We've seen so many times in the past, there'll be someone else inside the vehicle, and you just can't tell. It looks like the windows are blacked out on this car so that it makes it difficult for them to get a good gauge on how many people may be in the vehicle. We'll try and get a surface street for you here in a moment. We're in Pasadena, or in that southern portion of Pasadena. It's a residential neighborhood. That vehicle on the top of your screen, I think it said Oak Front, is that correct? Oak Ford Road is the street that we're on, and Monterey in Pasadena. You see the resident was driving there and turning around. They certainly see the risk that they're in if this should end up in gunfire. Move around so the tree clears the car, if you would, please. But right now, it's a pretty tense situation. You got a suspect that did have a weapon, wanted for GTA, Grand Theft Auto, who has thrown at least one handgun out the door of the car. That's been recovered. And then now at a standoff with officers. Now, it appears that's good news. It appears he's got a hand out of the window of the car, and that means the suspect at this point in time is obeying their instructions. They're going to want to see the hands up, maybe the keys out of the vehicle so he can't take off, and then they're going to want to get him to slowly come out of the vehicle, more than likely back up towards them, and then get face down onto the asphalt. But all of a sudden the hand is back in, and these types of situations are always concerned. The suspect may do something unexpected, may take off, may even fire at officers. Once again, it's a felony suspect wanted for Grand Theft Auto. Had one handgun, may have another. I just don't know at this point in time. And we have a standoff here in Pasadena. We're going to keep a close eye on this. Hopefully they can talk the suspect out of this peacefully. And I'm hearing it's LAPD Newton Division officers that are here. We knew it was LAPD. They were originators on this pursuit when they picked it up in downtown. And since we're in Pasadena, I believe this is still Pasadena, they will probably be sending Pasadena units here as well, just to kind of secure some of the areas, just in case the suspect does take off. He's still inside the vehicle. And at this point in time, since he's not out of the car, we don't know if the keys have been thrown out, the suspect could still take off down this street. Looks like the passenger side door is open as well, so there's more than one person inside the vehicle. And so now it's going to be a little more difficult to clear that car before they move in. They have the exposure, once the driver's out, face down, the exposure of that other person. And then who knows if there might be somebody in the backseat of the vehicle as well. With the windows blacked out like that, it's extremely difficult to tell. So we have a standoff. These things can be very dicey, extremely tense situations. And at this point in time, we're really looking right now for out, slowly open up the door, out, slowly open up the door, get out of the vehicle, back up towards them, and then get down on the asphalt. And we haven't seen that yet. So it tells me, at least at this point, we're not getting full cooperation from this suspect. They stopped here in Pasadena. I believe we're on Monterey and Oak Ford, if I'm not mistaken, after the pursuit led them at high speeds, I believe up to 100 miles an hour on the 110 northbound. When we picked it up, they were traveling pretty fast. And then on Colorado, right through the heart of Pasadena, then down south on Sierra Madre, and ending here. High speeds most of the time, then the suspect really slowed down and then got into this situation here. So we're seeing some cooperation, and there it looks like the door is opened. The suspect has his hand up. That's exactly what officers are going to command him to do at this point. And once again, in most instances, they'll get him to come out. They'll get him to turn around, and they get face down on the asphalt. Say again, Jay? Okay. Okay, and so we are seeing the suspect now get out of the vehicle. We're going to move a little bit so we can get a little better view of that suspect who got out of the car. I'm imagining they're face down now, but what officers have to concern themselves about at this point, they want to get him a fair distance from the vehicle, is they do have that other person inside the car. And at this point, they're going to want to make certain that they are clear and they're safe to approach the suspect, who probably is laying down behind the palm tree there, if we can get the helicopter moved around for that. They don't want to move in on that suspect when there's someone else inside the vehicle, because that would expose them. So more than likely now, they got to get the second person out before they're going to move forward and take the driver into custody. But the driver is cooperating.
Yeah, it's definitely BMW. Why would they put them so close together? Hey, Michelle. Copy all. Copy all. Hey, did the desk ever get a confirmation on what the original want was? 3 minutes. Oh, there's more people. Robbery GTA. Robbery, Grand Theft Auto, correct. Here we go again. Yeah, I want to see what this guy was going on. It looked like he hit the vape pen right before he laid down. I wonder if he was getting a little THC action. Take it off the top, and we're just gonna do a recap from the beginning. Gonna roll some tape. No, just hold here. Just live. Copy all. Copy, copy, copy. Let's go a little bit. I need to see the car, so to the left a little. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Copy all. Yes, sir. Yes, I did. I haven't refed anything yet. I'll feed it back in a minute. You didn't miss anything. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. When I'll tell you after the break. I saw something. Copy. 30 seconds. My God, this is going to be a train wreck. 10 seconds. This guy's hypnotizing me. We're on a pursuit. Pasadena, pursuit termination out here. LAPD chased that vehicle you see right there, the black BMW, from the downtown Los Angeles area, mostly on the freeways, till they ran out of freeway on the 110 and got onto the Pasadena streets. In the end, that vehicle pretty much just stopped on its own. Don't know if it was a mechanical or just ran out of gas. 3 suspects got out. LAPD took them all into custody. I believe it's going to be 2 males, 1 female. Again, this is a grand theft auto suspect. You can see a number of LAPD officers up here in the Pasadena area. I do not believe there were any collisions and no injuries during this pursuit. And again, 3 people in custody when it came to an end out here in Pasadena. We're at the on Oxford near the cross of Monterey. I'm Stu up in Skyfox. Back to you guys in the studio. So, Francisco, so when I undid the camera, hang on, let me stow it real quick. When I undid the camera, the antenna, that's the antenna right there, was not level. It was like wonky. And so I was with you trying to change the mountaintops, wondering, you know, not sure what it was. Maybe it would have knocked it loose or, you know, gave it some different information. But when it didn't and you didn't have me, I just reset the link box, meaning it's not a software thing. I did a hard reset of the antenna and what controls it, and then I think after that it was good. But that's your culprit right there on this one. Pardon me? Just a tap on it. No problem. Oh, here, let me refeed. Let me stop it. Oh, play. Oh. All right. Oh, VTR 10. Source 10. Simon Tess, that was a hoot. We should do this more often. Sorry about the technical issues. They are technical issues. I'm refeeding right now so you can see what you kind of missed. You didn't miss anything. It was just more driving. It got a little slower and then just kind of stopped. Me too. Right? Yeah. Man, I heard this and I was banging on the window. I got Colby, woke him up, got the bottle of booze out of his hand, and we were off to the helicopter, and then Freddie called. .211 robbery, armed robbery. Yeah, I think we can start moving out of here. Man, I was setting up the screen. I was going to do the maps. I was going to do all that stuff. Man. Gosh darn it. Yeah, this must be when I was messing with the C100. Yeah, because the camera work is going to poo. See, it's got that weird wobble in the rear, man. I wonder what that was all about. It did it again. Maybe. First I thought it was like an X drive, you know, and if one of the tires comes off on an X drive, yeah, it's gonna go into limp mode. Could be. Could be. They usually talk about it on the scanner. I admittedly had it turned down because we were doing our thing. Right. Yeah. But it does look like it has all the tires, so I don't. And it wasn't an X drive because I didn't see the logo on the trunk, so I don't know. Downtown, like 10 freeway just south of downtown. I'd love to do a good pursuit. Really? What? You want to do a shoreline transition? Oh, yeah. Oh, that was awesome. I remember that one. Dude, and you tore that up. Back to base. They're looking for you, man. Look at that, perfect timing. Boop, 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 boom, boom, boom. Sky Fox to TOC on News Radio. Yep, we're getting really close. We're on the approach. May we knock it down.